Ooh, okay, here we go. Here we go. Some Sunday night football. Welcome, everybody, to the Overthinking Football Show. This, of course, is a special show because we've got the Euros. And when there's any continental football on, or any football on that is live, we usually go live and watch it together. I'm your host, George Mokwena, and let's see how Germany is going to progress versus Switzerland. Now, Germany has been the one consistently good team out of the big teams, the expectation teams of this tournament. So watching them is really nice, man. It's really nice to see people that they've got a system, they know what they're doing, they play their football. I know they're home, they've got a little bit more motivation to do well because of these home games. But it's so nice, man. It's so nice to have little complaints. You see Cruz holding the ball. You see the Musiala, Gundogan, Wirtz, Havertz combination working very well up front. It's a great team to watch. As they line up, Switzerland has Sommer in goal. Then you've got Widmer, Akanji, Embolo, Freuler, Shaka Rodriguez, Ndoye, Albischer, Scar, and Rieder as their starting lineup. They're going to be playing a 3-4-2-1. And then, of course, Germany has Neuer, Rudiger, Tah, Kimmich, Havertz, Kroos, Musiala, Wirtz, Mittelstadt, Gundogan, and Andrich. A team that has not changed. They have found their first team. They have found their form team. They're going to stick to them. Germany, of course, having gone through already, they are sitting on 6 points, which means that they have qualified to go through to the next round. It's just about whether they're going to qualify first or second. Switzerland needs the win in order to qualify first, but they just need a draw to make sure that Scotland cannot do anything to their second place finish. So, Trepapolo, Gandoan, Trepapolo. Bowling by Musiala to Gundogan. We're 1 minute in, 1 minute 30 in, and it is 0-0. Musiala with the ball right into the heart of that Switzerland defense, and Gundogan just couldn't put it down. But anyway, like I was saying, Germany is the form team, having won their past 2 games. Last game out being versus Hungary, a 2-0 win. The first game was just a complete decimation of Scotland, 5-1. They've won 4 of their last 5 games, drawn 1 of them. And then, of course, Switzerland, on the other hand, last played a draw versus Scotland, 1-1. The game before that, they beat Hungary 3-1. And they've got 3 wins and 2 draws in their 5 games. The last 2 games that these guys played, all in all, was the 13th of October 2020, where Germany and Switzerland drew 3-3. And before that, the 6th of September 2020, where they drew 1-1. Both of those games were Nation League games. Oh, Agent, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Okay, so I'm excited. Germany hasn't let us down up to this point. They're playing great football. Toni Kroos has been masterful. He has been masterful. Dropping into that left hand, that left back role when they're building up, getting more time to think, playing the right pass. High 90s completion rate, pass completion rate in the past 2 games. It's incredible, man. It's incredible to watch him play. So we'll see if that carries on in this game too. But anyway, yeah. Let's see what the back 3 does for Switzerland. Usually, in these type of games, what the back 3 means is that it's a back 5, essentially. It's usually more defensive than it is attacking. But maybe Switzerland has a different thing in mind for us. Here comes Switzerland through Embolo. Embolo, I believe he scored in the last game. Hey, Malume Kutso. Hey, Malume Kutso Katito. Player. Hey, Malume Kutso, players play. Okay, let me see. I just want to make sure that I'm live where I need to be live. Guys, can we have an honest conversation? Can we have an honest conversation about these Euros? For me, they haven't been firing, man. We've been disappointed by the really big teams. I just want to see something. Hey, Kana, you guys are not going to let us forget. Please leave us alone, some of us whose teams are not in this. Heaven. We're watching the Euros, Balume Kutz. We're watching the Euros. I just wanted to check something. The Euros need Tito. Hey, anyway, we're 5 minutes in. It's 0-0. I've been praising Germany. They haven't looked as fluid, even though they did get into the box very early on. Let's see if that back five is going to help. I mean, if you watch the Scotland game, when Scotland then finally went into a back five and went a little bit more defensive, it kind of cancelled out Musiala. He was struggling to find space. He was struggling to come inside. You could also argue that in the Hungary game, he had a little bit of an issue there, even though he scored, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to see how he does space-wise. He hasn't been as fluid as that first game in the games that followed. So let's see what happens. Eyes on Words, who's coming inside right now. You guys are the worst. Ay, man. Mittelstadt. Trap the ball, man. Trap the ball. Hey, kinda, this Swiss team has Xhaka. Oh, man, my relationship with Xhaka is very interesting, man. I still don't like him. I don't like him. I don't like what he did to our captain's armband. I don't like that the way that he handled his last season there, or his last 2 seasons, especially when it comes to fans. But he was a very good player and a part of a linchpin team, or one of the linchpin players in a team that went invincible this year as Bayer Leverkusen. So Malume Kutsa says, can't believe Germany is moving to Nike. Is that going to be next season? That's going to be very interesting. I thought Adidas is German. I believe Adidas has a stake in Real Madrid, in Bayern Munich, example, as one of the teams that they have there. So Germany going to Nike is very interesting. It's a very interesting move from Adidas's side. It would be like Orlando Pirates leaving Adidas. That would be very interesting to see. But we saw Chiefs leaving Nike, so guys, anything is possible, man. Anything is possible. Shaqiri, the Choa of the Euros. Second up, Adidas and Puma, Germany. Yes, they were brothers, if I'm not mistaken. Was it the brothers' name? Adidasla and I'm forgetting the Puma guy. Okay, it's quiet. It's been very quiet. Viro says this Euro is not interesting. AFCON 2024 is way better. Way better. Way better. Way more entertaining. I was saying yesterday, what's very interesting about these Euros is everybody said these are better players. Everybody said that the AFCON doesn't have the type of quality that the Euros has, and all of the best AFCON players come from Europe or play in Europe and all of that stuff. Great. But what I've been struggling to see in some of the big teams is just combination. Yesterday, Turkey played an incredible game, unlucky to lose to Portugal. Portugal, of course, getting the goals, even though one was an on goal and another one was an offside trap gone wrong. But Turkey played an incredible game. Portugal didn't have a tactical standing. They were waiting for the counter. You see more England playing trash football, right? So should have played the pass early. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Some people were like, no, Portugal is already done with the game, so they can relax. Still, man. Malume Kusa says, apparently Nike tabled a crazy offer. Yo, an offer crazy enough to beat national pride. Aye, that's something. Agent says, with AFCON being hosted in December to Jan, won't that affect English players who play in December? Well, isn't it always what we talk about when AFCON rolls around? The only difference is that they're gonna have played what, two AFCONs in a year. But it's usually the complaint, African players are always gone. Mohamed Salah and them are not going to be around for December, January, you go, whatever they say there in Europe. So it's still going to be the same issue, but they would have played an incredible amount of football, some of them. So Germany is spooked by the Swiss that they couldn't rest players. Apparently, coach Nagelsmann said that he wants to keep this team together, like he wants to keep a core. I'm paraphrasing, but essentially he doesn't want to tinker too much with what his starting lineups look like, and he wants these guys to get as much game time together as they can. So I guess there's that to say. You don't want to get rid of momentum. I think that's the tough thing. Do you rest players for this game and then bring them back in the 16s when it's hot? Shot. Gando. So yeah, it's a balancing act. Do you rest players and hope that when they come back, they don't miss a beat and they can jump straight in? Or do you play the same guys essentially throughout the whole tournament? I also think that he doesn't trust that bench. That bench, hey, Bo Sane, I don't know if it's still a top tier bench, But it is a very great observation. They also seem a little bit conservative in the way that they're playing the ball. Like I said, Musiala doesn't do very well with back threes, back fives. They don't give him the space for him to play, right? Scotland was a rare case of a team defending very badly. The defending that Scotland showed in their game versus Germany in the opening game was so bad, and they took advantage of it, right? These guys are not going to give you the same room. They're not going to give you the same freedom, or at least they've learned not to give them the same freedom. So the moment you see a back three, Switzerland is playing a 3-4-2-1. The moment you see a back three, you must just know that Musiala is probably not going to have a very good game unless it breaks down. If Germany can get the first goal and it can force Switzerland to have to go play, then you'll see him come to life. But until then, he does very badly with these guys. The flip side, what if Musiala or Gondo got injured? That's a risk you take. It is tournament football after all. That's a risk you take. They can get injured at any time. So I think the tough part is the yellow cards. Or is it top spot in mind because the Swiss are on 4 points? I don't think Germany would mind finishing second. They already know the job is done. So I don't think they'd mind it too much. I just think he just wants to keep the team together, Let's see, it's not just the Euro, even the UEFA Champions League, says Mojan. Yes, that's true. That's true. Canada, the Champions League next year is going to be expanded. You're still going to have to play your club games. There's still Club World Cup that's coming post-season in June. Hey, there's a lot, eh? There's a lot. Agent says if they finish second, they face the English. Not sure you'd want that. I'm not scared of England. But like you say, they've got the quality to hurt people. So maybe that's it. I just think continuity, man. Just keep the guys the same. Let them play. It's fine. Sienna says if it's not broken, why fix it? Exactly. Just let the guys play. Hey, Nati, we love protecting these players too much, man. Hey, they're professionals. This tournament is what, 6 games to the final? So, I mean, let them play. Oh, excuse me. Okay, 14 minutes in. It is 0-0. Switzerland and Germany playing to a 0-0 so far. Germany's had more of the possession, haven't been as clinical as they've been previously. I don't think they've been. I don't think they've turned up the volume just yet. So we'll see what happens when they start turning up the volume. I don't know if the Swiss are going to get a little bit desperate, because remember, Switzerland is sitting on 4 points, Scotland is on 1. So if the Swiss can't get at least a point from this game, Scotland still stands a chance to beat Hungary, who have lost their 2 games, and possibly give them an issue, even though the only problem with Scotland is the goal difference is mad. Switzerland's goal difference is +2. Scotland's goal difference is -4. So for all intents and purposes, Germany and Switzerland are through. Let's be honest. Germany and Switzerland are through. They're just fighting for the top spot right now, because I don't see Scotland, scoring 6 goals to match the Swiss goal difference, for example. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Let's see. They finished second. Okay. Time traveler. Time traveler. If we bet on your predictions, we would have had a lot of problems. Guys, I haven't asked my betting.
The game has changed today. There's betting, there's all these people are emotional.
I haven't asked my betting people, what's today looking like right now, guys? What's today looking like on your bet slips? How did you guys bet this game at Germany? Is it Germany over 4.5? What are you guys saying? Straight win? Both teams to score? Oh, ball played in. German player couldn't get on the end of it. Packed box there with that defense. Oh, Andrich with a goal. Out of nowhere. Yo.
I just got a notification. It's a goal.
Hi guys, I'm sorry. Goalkeeper beaten near post. Sommer beaten near post. You can't have that at this level. The defense did a good job. A ball was played into the box and cleared. And Andres decided, you know what? I'm taking this one. I'm taking this shot. Keeper. Shapilwe ki pampu keeper. Ay.
It can't be mad. It can't be. It can't be.
These quote unquote smaller teams, ne? What is he checking? Is he checking the Musiala thing? I mean, it's contact. Yeah, I guess you'd have to say it's not a goal. Hey, let me pending decision. We've gone to VAR. Aye, that keeper. No goal. Okay, we've gone back to 0-0. I hope Switzerland catch a wake up, because guys, that keeper. They saved them there. They saved them. Let's see. I meant to say it's the Euros. The UCL has become boring too. No more shocks. That's how you build confidence in your players, says Umsiana. Agent says risk must meet reward. The risk is too much here, more than the reward. Just let them play, man. Let them play. Siana says he put down a straight win. Very poor keeping. Permutations are more dire in the Belgium group. All teams are on 3 points. Guys, forget about Belgium. Forget about Belgium. Leave Belgium alone. It's over for them. It's done. Leave them alone. Even Onane's better, says agent. Malume Kutso says Bayern keeper. Imagine. Koketso says hola Uti. Welcome. Keketso. Ha. They were bailed out of jail. I was gonna say, the smaller teams, struggle with just giving away the most random goals. We watched the game yesterday with Portugal, and literally, King Turkey has a no-look back pass for an on goal, broken defensive line. Like, you could still be in a lot of the games, but if you're making mistakes early, it can come back to hurt you. Luckily, this one was stopped by VAR. Otherwise, it would have been an issue, to be honest. Yes, Prastomi. Prastomi. Belgium. Just forget about Belgium, guys. Even if they get out the group, it's fine. They're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. We'll see. Maybe if they wake up in the round of 16, but that golden generation, about De Bruyne, about Lukaku, it hasn't given them anything. Their coach is even coaching a different team now. Yeah. Here comes Germany. That goal might have woken them up too, that they want another one. They want to create another one as quickly as possible. Let's see. Offside. That's offside. Kai Havertz, Shem. My giraffe. Hey, my giraffe. They're making a lot of elementary mistakes. So many. That's why I was like, when I was watching AFCON, people were saying that, European players. Now you watch the European players and you're like, hi, man. Even if you look at some of the finishing, some of the decision making inside the box, I mentioned Turkey and I mentioned the Dutch. When they get into the box, when they cross into the final third, it's like they don't know where to go. Then there's been the talk of the teams who come out and they're trying all of these expensive new ways to play modern football. They're building from the back. They get pressed, they lose the ball, and then the other team is on attack again. And you ask the question that maybe you could just do basic, simple football. Don't have to overcomplicate things. So there's a lot of things I'm seeing in this Euro that are very interesting. It's very interesting to see a lot of teams without the quality overplaying. It's very interesting to see the defensive mistakes. It's very interesting to see that a lot of the teams don't have styles of play, combinations, ways to build up, ways to score. It's frustrating. I'd say it's frustrating. This Andrich guy is underrated, top player. And it's interesting because Andrich was playing a very defensive role in the past few games. Like, he was the guy who was basically shielding the defense and allowing Toni Kroos to drop into that left back type role when they're building up. Like, he gives Kroos the freedom to build up when they're building up, and then protects him, if that makes sense. Because we know Rudiger now, he can make a mistake. At least lose because of quality. That's what I'm saying, Agent. We were talking about exciting matches. Sometimes you see that it's a tactical battle. This team's trying this, the other team is blocking it like this. There's an ebb and flow to the game, there's a tempo. A lot of the games have just been, one side is playing, can't score. The other side is not playing, they score the lucky goals and they finish the game off. It's been, this Euro has been something else, man. He's a giraffe. He's my giraffe, man. Lanky, runs very weirdly. You never know where the space is that he's finding. He's my giraffe, man. It's okay. It's okay. Havertz is just a giraffe for me. Soccer Go, thank you. They're on YouTube. Let me see who's here. W Stream, Danko. No, I can't do that. Kendrick taught us something. Played up. Play. I'm just checking to see what's being said on YouTube, guys. The golden generation was when they had Hazard, Fellaini, and all those guys. Yeah, I get it. This is the last legs of the golden generation. KDB and them are the last legs of the golden generation. It's over. It's over for Belgium, guys. Let's be honest. Germany committing schoolboy errors. This is what I'm saying. A lot of the Euro games feel like training games for the Euro. They feel like the games you play before you go to the Euro. That's how it feels a lot of the time. Maybe I'm biased because I'm African and we're here watching the AFCON, and the AFCON was so incredible. Not as tactical or whatever, but at least it was entertaining. These ones, maybe when the knockouts come, we'll see the real teams. Counter, that you can't even play a simple pass out. No, it's schoolboy errors for sure. It's schoolboy errors for sure. I'm just trying to remember what I said at the beginning of the game. The Switzerland back three going into a back five takes Musiala out of the game. Takes him out completely. The movement is gone. The build-up is gone. I think they're going to have to try catch Switzerland on surprise. That is how they're going to score this game. Switzerland, on the other hand, I'm not sure because Embolo has lost a lot of balls up front where they could have done something. They could have actually given something. Watch your man, number 22. He will run, but his feet will never leave the ground. Who's that, Egypt? Even Cruz, like the way that the Swiss team has set up that front, is it a press? Cruz doesn't get to do that thing where he dictates the game from the side, right? So usually it's him, Tar, and Rudiger at the back. It's like a three with him on the left-hand side when they're in possession, right? When they're in possession. Look at Havertz. Why is Havertz so wide? Andrich is asking for it again. Oh, Mittelstadt. Mittelstadt. What's happening there? Oh, Kolani, thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the gifts there on TikTok. Thank you. Guys, send some super chats there on YouTube. I'm new to the super chat live. I don't think, I know Germany maybe has one or two shots. Switzerland hasn't had a shot, if I'm not mistaken. Or is this like a gentleman's agreement that, hey guys, we're through essentially? Let's not mess it up for each other. Imagine Germany beating Switzerland 5-0 or 5-1 and impacting that goal difference by 4 and allowing Scotland a sniff to try and get in. Offside. That was offside. Oh, Simtanda, welcome. I'm going to say it like the username says. 27 minutes in, guys. We are 0-0 right now. Hopefully my timer is not timering like it was back then. Look at that. Look at that press. Now make the right decision. Final third play. Oh. Whoa, Ndoye. Come on, who scored that? Finally, now we're going to see a game. It's always better when the other team scores first, the smaller team scores first. Imagine silencing a whole country. Imagine silencing a whole country. I've been telling you guys, the smaller teams have better play. They just struggle in the final third. Now we finally saw, still a bit of luck to be played there, but we finally saw a team taking advantage. Rudiger and Tar, they didn't talk there. Or somebody was meant to drop in there.
Just got a notification. It's a goal.
Is it offside? Are they going to call it offside? It's close, guys. Let's see. Well, we're going to see another one. Come on, ref. Come on, ref. No, it's standing. It's standing. Goal. There's no offside there. Switzerland takes the lead versus Germany. I think all bets are off now. The gentleman's agreement is not there. Lukaku says hi. Let's see. Did Lukaku do something? Let me check. Belgium football. What is he doing? What is he doing? Looks off. Hey. VAR checked, okay? VAR checked. Here we go again. Here we go again. Ndoye. Ndoye was about to make it a very long day.
Wrong day.
He was going to make it a very long day there for this defense. But ref, Smangaliso, what did you bet, Smangaliso? When people jump into here and say, I know that they bet something. What did you bet? That's offside. They've been given such close calls. What does this mean for Germany? Germany is now number 2. They possibly face England, as the agent said. But they're both through. If it stays like this, they're still both through. Germany is the only guaranteed one right now. Switzerland would then join them with Scotland having no chance at all at trying to qualify, as they would only be able to get 4 points from their last game, or end on 4 points from their last game. So this would mean Germany's second, essentially. Maybe it's the wake-up call they needed. Oh, hey, Embolo Ndoye. Hey, ref. Oh, ref. No, Switzerland, relaxani, guys. Relaxani. Don't do too much now. Don't do too much now. Let's see. Germany will score, says Ayanda. Mamsari says, hey, Prince says, you really want Germany to lose this game, says Prince. Agent says, I was saying Varane runs weird also, and his legs look weird. Oh. On my giraffe, man. Havertz is the giraffe for me. He's lanky, he runs like one. They're really not giving Kroos time. And he's trying, like, look at how he's trying to reposition himself, and they're not allowing him to have too much time. It's very interesting. It's like a half press that they've got going here. They commit to two or three players. Press him, don't give him time. Still waiting for Musiala, man. Or someone, words even. You could even question him. Andres trying another shot that goes out for a corner. He saw that the keeper's shaky. Beaten near post for the disallowed. He saw that, man, there's something there. But he just couldn't get it right. Ultra. Look. It's the toe. Look at that. Huh? Got VAR, guys. This is not a... You're not thumb-sucking these offsides. Hence I said, oh, okay. Shakira is still playing for Switzerland. Not sure. Says Usmanga. Msiana says Germany hasn't beaten Sweden since 2008, so history is favoring Sweden. Well, in the last 2 games that they've played, both in 2020 in the Nations League, both games have ended in a draw. So the last one was the 13th of October 2020, where they drew 3-3. And then a month before, September, also Nations League, they drew 1-1. So history tends to say that this game is going to end up with a draw, right? And that would, I guess, suit Germany because they go through as the top with 7 points. And then Switzerland get their point, and they get their 5 points, and they qualify for the next round by virtue of being second place. Scotland, again, not being able to catch them. So interesting to see what history has to say about this. Smanga says we'll have lots of corners here. Did you do the 9.5 again? Did you do the 9.5 again, over 9.5? Semi-automated offside technology will be introduced in the 2023-2024 24 EPL. I see lots of goals ruled out. It's going to be very interesting. But these are things that have existed before. I guess now they're just making them proper now. Like they're making them part of the rules, I guess. Maybe there's a vendor that's won a tender there that they're saying now everybody has to use it. But these things have been around. Let's see what happens. As long as we don't see those lines being drawn ever again. As long as we don't see those weird little and it's skew, and I'm good. I'm good. Lebza says, greetings. Which team will win this tournament, if I may ask? I wanted to say Germany, but I feel like saying it right now is a little bit, but Germany. Germany has had 69% of the possession, 4 attempts, 1 on target. Switzerland has had 2 attempts, 1 on target, and that on target was a goal. Sometimes that's all you need to have. To be fair, again, we're seeing, like I've been saying, smaller team playing better football, or at least combining a lot better than the bigger team who have more possession but are not doing anything with it. But I want to see what happens as the game goes on. Just clear it, bro. Yeah, just clear it. Don't make it. Why are you making it unnecessarily complicated? Every time I say a back pass in Euro, I'm like, Switzerland, they did beat 2012 by 5-3. Kolani says that rev was edited. This can't be ngeke. Over 8.5 says Mangaliso. Mangaliso, the corner better. That red team scored. Yes, Alessandro. Switzerland is in the lead. Semis Kroos versus Bellingham. Kroos still wins that. I don't think Bellingham is going to be close. It's not going to be, okay, it's not going to be a direct fight if they go to the semis. It's not going to be a direct fight if they go to semis together. That bar was edited, says Kolani. Perlo says, no, a vendor. A vendor. It's like, how are you doing? How are you doing, Bradley? The match will end in a draw, man, says Junior. Lebza says, host, I saw your application for Kosi's assistant coach job. Look, man, I wasn't going to say anything, but they fetched me from the airport as well. I was just following the other guy. You know, I'm streaming from Naturena right now. This is Naturena. I told them, you know, I do this show, so, you know, they let me carry on. Germany is trying to avoid Morata in the quarterfinals. Well, is it Morata or is it England? So if they finish first, what's the tree look like? Just let me know, guys. What's the tree look like? But yeah, anyway, 37 minutes in, Switzerland is leading 1-0 versus Germany. Even though I've got the sound off, I can tell you there's a silence in Germany right now. There's a silence in Germany. How does that matter? I don't know. I want to see what's happening on YouTube. I'm sure when the show comes back, we'll have the proper show when this starts keeping quiet. I've got a Mark Mayambela there on YouTube. Welcome. I hope it's Mark. I don't know if it's the real Mark Mayambela, but I hope it's Mark. Welcome. The professor. Winner of this game going to face third best. Okay. I'm not sure about these trees. I'm not going to lie to you guys. So I'm not going to go hard on these trees. If they finish second, I think it's England, Spain, and France. Not sure about France, says Agent. Bradley says winner of this game is going to face third best. Let me put up the tree. Let's see. Let's see what the tree says. Euro 24. So that we can see. Let's see matches. Okay. This one's not showing me. Euro 2024 tree. Here comes Germany. Ball in. Oh, Havertz couldn't get there. Bracket view. There we go. Why are you all in his life, this guy? Hey man, if you want to watch the match, you can go over there, but I get banned, so I am not about to get banned myself. Oh. Okay, the Euro 2024 site has a bracket, but they don't tell you who's meant to be in the bracket. So we'll see. We'll see. I tried. Cruz shouldn't retire. Chiefs need a midfield general. Oh, there we go. Okay, so Spain have qualified. They're playing third from A, D, E, or F. And then, what group is this? We'll know just now. I'm checking it. This is Group A. Oh, Germany with a chance. It just went over. Okay. So, yeah, Group A is going to play, the winner of Group A is going to play second place in Group C. So Group C is the one that has England, Denmark, Slovenia, and Serbia. So if England were to finish second, then they would play Germany. As it stands, England is first, Germany is number 2, so they would meet each other in that one. Then the next one is Portugal versus the third place of A, B, or C. Then the next one is D versus E. So the second place in D versus the second place in E. So currently, second place in D is France, and then second place in E is Belgium. So they would meet. Then the next one is the first in E, so Romania as it currently stands, versus third of A, B, or C, or D. Then it's first D versus first F, so then it would be Netherlands versus Turkey. Sorry, second F. So it'd be Netherlands versus Turkey. So that's how it pans out. For Germany, I think they would hope to finish number 1 so that they can play the second of Group C, Denmark, as it stands. I know, I just said a lot of stuff, but it boils down to that for this game. I think Germany scored all their goals last game. First game, they finished them all, 5-1. This is where it's interesting when you don't have space. Do you keep Havertz on? Do you rather take Havertz off and have a false 9 type of situation where that person can drag the center backs out and you have Musiala and Wirtz making diagonal runs into the box? That's a thing that you could do. Havertz is not necessarily sticking as the target man. He finds himself all over the place. So I don't think they have a focal point. And I don't think Havertz plays the type of football where he puts the ball down for somebody who's coming on like a proper center forward, a proper target man. So Germany right now, I don't think they have a way to attack. They might want to maybe focus on overloading a side, let Wirtz and Musiala run on that side. Gundogan is playing a 10, but he's sometimes going into striking positions, which kind of takes away his strengths. Gundogan, of course, had 2 chances that have come inside the box already in this game. I don't know if you want him to be the guy who's on the end of those type of balls. As you can see, they're committing people forward and they have a press. So that means that Toni Kroos doesn't have as much time as he normally has. And I think they've figured out that the German defense is a little bit shaky when pressured. Here we go, here we go. Don't slow it down. Yeah, they were told to mark Kroos. That's what I'm seeing. Toni Kroos is being marked, eh? Okay, let's see. I think Germany scored all their goals, okay? Guys, we're heading to halftime. Remember how it works. halftime, I'm going to legend some people and we're going to have a conversation about what we saw in the first half. So please be ready. Remember, you have to be following me on TikTok. Those who are watching on YouTube, you have to follow me on TikTok if you want to add your voice to the show live and I can ask you some questions. Busiala. To who? To who, Mitchell Stad? To who? So get ready. I'm going to open it up at halftime so that we can discuss what we have seen in this game so far. Germany's play, man. Germany's play, I don't know. I don't know. After watching all of this,
I don't know what you guys are doing. I'm trying to figure out the formation. I'm lost.
all Switzerland has done very well in this game is time. Germany doesn't have time on the ball. The main players of the ball don't have time. Toni Kroos is not given the chance to find that perfect pass, and that means that Rudiger have to be on the ball a lot more than they normally are. That means there's no space in the middle, so somebody needs to drop back to collect. Andrich isn't necessarily a ball-playing CDM, so that's tough. So essentially, Switzerland has cut the game for Germany, and they've stifled them to stay that side. It's interesting. Look at where Havertz is going. After giving these guys so much credit, man. This is what happens. Hey, TikTok, before you guys do something to me. So guys, I don't show the game. For those who are joining, I do not show the game because I am one of those creators that tends to get banned. So I don't feel like getting banned anytime soon. So I can't even play audio. That's how much I am under watch. If I hold my pen in my hand for too long, I get told that I'm holding a cigarette. I just want to see something, man. Okay, we are in halftime, guys. I'm going to open it up. Feel free to request and jump in. Let's have a chat about what we are seeing in this game. While I do that, let me just make sure that my graphics are fine. Okay. Remember, you have to be following me, guys. You have to be following me. Let's see who's here. Agent, my brother, how are you? Welcome. Agent, are you with me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you now. What are your thoughts about this first half?
Better game. Now the last two have been subjected to under your watch.
Under my watch.
I think I've been impressed with the series. You know, sometimes when you can't compete with a team, you need to be smart. You know, and I think they've been smart by stifling the air out of German. You know, you take Kroos out of the game, you take Gund out of the game, you take Musa out of the game. We are basically have dealt with Germany, you know, because those are the creative players, you know. That's why you don't see Vets, That's why you see your giraffe running like like a giraffe everywhere. You know. So I think they've been very smart. You know, with the way they've done with the German. You know, and sometimes it goes back to age. Sometimes you forget this. Musiala is 21. You know, he's fairly young. So sometimes when you might be good, but you still need experience. You know, experienced players, when you see that you are marked, you don't play the game.
Yeah.
You know, you just want to expire players. You know, you just move out wide, move out of position. You know, so that you draw players to your side and create space for others. You know, so I think that's the only criticism that I can give him. But he's young. I think with time he learns these things.
Do you think that maybe?
Yeah.
Do you think that maybe from the first two games that Germany played, we were sold a dummy? That maybe the trick is if you close down Cruz, if you close down this one, if you close down that one, this team is not as good. Do you think that maybe the cracks are starting to show right now?
There is that, you know, and again, these are players. They have one eye in the round of 16. So I don't think that we're gonna go full 100% in this game, meaning that they've already qualified, you know. Because you are risking injuries, you're risking muscle push, you're risking everything if you go 100%. So I think it's a combination of both, to be fair.
Okay. Let me go to Msiana. Msiana, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
Hey, good day, OT. How are you, my man?
I'm good. Msiana, tell me about this first half. What did you see?
One OT, I don't want to blame the German players and the German coach for this game. Sometimes in football, other people plan against you. Remember, they've watched German, they've played against German. The last 3 games when they play against German, last 2 they draw, and they beat them in 2012. You know, so they've got a number of Germans team. You know, they don't easily beaten by Germans, so they know how they play. Even in this game, all the what they did, they bossed the midfield, and they've pushed Toni Kroos backwards. You know, he doesn't control that midfield. He plays either on the side or also in front of the defensive lines. And they when they move as a team. When they defend as a team as well. It's not a matter of these German boys are not really performing today. It's just a case that they have been posted around, and Switzerland, they are not really attacking German. You know, they are not attacking them. They are just having them in their faces. You know, whenever they touch the ball, they are there. So they don't have a space to play. They don't even have a time to play. Yeah, you got what I'm saying. I don't think it has anything that they didn't leave the changing room. It's just a case that the Swiss came here with a game plan and they are sticking to it. You know, that's what I've noticed.
Is it worrying that maybe I've picked up that when teams play with a back 3, back 5, Germany struggle to find the spaces for them to be fluid. Is it worrying that that might be a pattern that could be exploited?
For me, it's early stages to say it would be worrying. You know,
Yeah.
We'll see on the second half. What does the coach says? Did he see the same thing that we see that whenever they've got a big 3 and big 5, they always struggle. So, but if ever they can come around with a plan that can actually unlock that defensive block of the Switzerland, then we can say, okay, they've got a plan for this. It's just a case that I think they thought that Switzerland will come out here chasing the game because they need to qualify, because if Scotland wins, Switzerland might be, they thought maybe when it comes to this game, Switzerland would be chasing the game. Instead, Switzerland, they came here, they didn't park the bus, but they were just always counter pressing them. Even in the alliance, I saw Musiala at some stage, almost at the end of the first half. It was about at the defensive lines of German. I'm like, you are a striker, chief. What are you doing there? Another thing that is I don't like about this the German system is that they don't have a target man. Musiala is easily bossed around. I've watched him many a times. He's easily bossed around. That's another petting. And your giraffe, I'm not sure if they should have brought your giraffe. I'm not sure. Hey, that giraffe.
I'm gonna come back because I want you guys to tell me how you're gonna win this game. Let me go to Prastomi. Prastomi, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm great, bro. How are you?
I'm good. Prastomi, tell me, what are you seeing from this first half?
Yo, a great first half OT. Yeah, if you can check, Sweets is playing E3-4-2-1. Then German is playing E4-2-3-1. So with the game plan, Sweets, what they are doing is that Rodriguez, who's playing on the back, left side, ibengu Akazi, ibengu Fabinche. Now in the end, Rodriguez does not go forward because it would be risky for them to go forward.
Yeah.
So he says when they have the ball, they are playing with 3 at the back. Then when Ebola is in German, in the they overload the back line, then they become 5. So that is why it's not easy to penetrate defense because the communication between Fabinche and Akanji is very well. So there's a good understanding. So on the German side, into abayenzayo is that bayayibona ngokuba abantu they are packing the bus. As a result, when they have the ball, kuyanyanzeleka basheke 3. Then Tony Cruz is playing more deeper, but sometimes going forward. So irreliable is on Google Vets and Musiala. And again, the problem yabo, they are not playing with a natural number 9 because I think Ufol is needed in this game because they need someone to stay there. Because what I see, Unatsika is playing wide side, Unatsika or Havertz. So that is why it's not easy to penetrate this team because they don't have a straight number 9 also to work on the crosses. So in Switzerland, when they have the ball, but it is working hard, but it is working very well when they pass ball to Undoye or Khanye or Embolo because going forward they are very well. Then in midfield, the Abo is very organized with leadership and the experience of that. So that is why the game is very much balanced, even though we can see German have a ball position, everything, but they're very disciplined. A backline, midfielder, and going forward, and they don't rest too much. That is why you see Rodriguez as number 11 left back staying there because at times in many games they back at the steer forward. So it's not easy game because the buyers once at go forward, it would create a space to have it. So in the end, they're limiting who have it. Then buyers when they don't have a ball, bazodlala 3. But when they don't have a ball, bazodlala 5. But when they have the ball, second 3. So it's like this.
Let me go to Agent. Agent, win this game for me. Say Germany took this one seriously and they wanted to win in the second half. How would you set them up? What would you change? And the same for Switzerland. They've got the lead. How do they extend the lead and make it comfortable? And then your prediction.
I think for me, with the German, I only make one sub, to be honest with you. Maybe 2, but 1 for now. I think you bring in Fulker for Havertz so that they can relieve the breath of Musiala, so that they can focus on him. I think he can handle the defense. So when the defense is focused on him, then Musiala will be a bit free and he can be able to combine because we need Gundogan and Musiala to combine, Then Vets will come back into the game, So I think that's the only sub that I can make.
Before you go to Switzerland, do you bring Gundogan back? Do you say Gundogan, Tony's under pressure, we need another player who can play the ball. Do you make him drop a little bit maybe?
I think Andre should do better there. Hey, I think he's the one who's supposed to be a bit relieving the pressure of Cruz, So yeah, but you could do that, to be fair, because you do need someone to project the ball from deep, but then you're going to create a hole there again up front, by taking good one back.
Yeah.
So it's a conundrum that you again have, but again, to go forward, you must first deal with the first phase. And when you're not doing well in the first phase, you can proceed forward. So maybe good one dropping a bit back can help them in the first phase, and maybe they'll play better. So yeah, you could do that, I guess.
And then Switzerland?
And then with this, I don't know for how long this half price will work, hey? Because like one coach said, is that you've priced or you don't price, You can't be half, it's like pregnancy, you can't be half pregnant. I don't know how I feel about it. It has been working for now, so I don't know how I feel about it. But otherwise, I think it's more or less keep the same thing, keep the same shape, more intensity. I don't think I'll make any sub for now. Don't like to see tennis. But for now, I think I won't make any sub.
Okay, score prediction.
I think 1-1. I wish we can win it, but I think 1-1.
Okay. Let me go to Msiana. Msiana, win this game for me from both sides. How should Germany come into this game to win it? And how should Switzerland come into the second half to extend their lead or maybe hold it?
I think Germany, they need someone to work with Toni Kroos on that midfield because he's been bossed around. Maybe you bring Gondwan next to him so they can start, combining very well. Okay. And tell the guys that maybe manipulate them, that you might even face England so that you motivate them. I don't think they are far from this game in winning it. I don't think they are far. It's just a case that they've been pressed very much, and I'm worried that Switzerland, I don't think that they will keep this pressing for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
But if they're fit enough, they can do. Switzerland, they can win this game by pressing them and rely on their counters because Ndoye can really punish them. And my betting slip is saying 2-1 German.
Does your betting slip match the facts of the game?
It doesn't do currently.
Let me bring it to Prastomi. Prastomi, win this game for me from both sides. How much Germany approach it to overturn this 1-0? How much Switzerland approach it to see out this game, maybe even score more goals?
Okay, team now on my side of Germany, I would drop Enrich. Kula midfielder, then in go Toni Kroos, Musiala and Gundogan. Then Gundogan was very close to Musiala. Then in the I would drop what you call Havertz. The Usana on that side because Funumdos or Tremisha, Aquazus and Nepal. Then it's been a full crew, Napambile. Then on the side, Sildanovic. I don't see any problem. Otherwise, we Switzerland, they must stick to this plan until 65 minutes. But no Vegas to change the game and the tempo of this game. Because Go is very much wide the game because Undoye can play on that side. That is why you can see Unaziga, what you call Ukimich is not overlapping, he's sticking on that play because Bayabona there's a much difference in the risk on that side. So they should stick to this plan, and I see Israel winning this game by 1-0.
So then tell me, Prastomi, the Swiss only need a point. So you need the 1-1 and you're safe. Do they start defending at some point? So do you hit 60-65 minutes and say, I'm defending now?
Yeah, I don't see much difference. Nobody bad defender too much on this game. Indians are guy, they should stick to the plan, not learn that plan. Then when the games reach up to the 70th minute, Babona German is not playing. It's when game go they can baze nenye players to add up on the numbers on the back line so bakwazi to defend the game. Otherwise, I don't see any threat this time unless they change the game based on Osane Bamjan from the right side.
Okay, Prastomi. Thank you so much, guys. I'm gonna say today 10,000 likes. If we can get to 10,000 likes on TikTok, I leave it open. Everybody can jump in and give me a minute or two on how they feel about the game. So it's all about tapping the screen. It's free. So if you'd like to have it open and everybody jump in, then I'll keep it open if we can get to 10,000 likes. For me, it's very simple. I think what the Swiss press is doing to Germany is that they can't progress the ball. So usually, hey, Switzerland is playing. Usually, process all the time to find the perfect pass and to look at the movement and do all of those things. Now that they've closed him down with that half press, right, and they've said, you know what, we know that you're dangerous when you've got the ball. We're going to send 3 people up front to try stop you from playing that pass. Germany have now come apart because there isn't a brain to play the pass. So they need someone with Cruz, or they need somebody who can play with Cruz, just to drop back and give him an outlet that can become another pass. Anrich is not going to do it, right? Gundogan is too far up. Musiala, Wirtz, Musiala and Wirtz are also way up there. Havertz is, doing whatever he's doing. So I think what Switzerland figure out here is that if you can stop Toni Kroos from playing, and you can stop Gundogan from playing, here comes Switzerland again, then you've pretty much solved Germany in terms of them building up, right? So that's interesting. I think for the German side, like I said, drop somebody back, maybe take out Havertz. I think Havertz is not having a good game. Let Musiala or somebody like that play in a false 9 type position and really put the ball on the floor and play. That's what I think. In terms of Switzerland, their half press is working very well. They're actually attacking Germany, and they've realized that Tah and Rudiger aren't the best communicators. So you can actually catch them off. It's just a little bit of decision making that has to get better on the Swiss side when they get into the final third. But I think they've played a very good game. Where they go forward with this, again, they need a draw, right? Germany, there might come a point where pride brings them into the game and they try and push hard and they try and commit more people forward and they try and sneak a goal just to make those fans happy. And maybe you can play on the break. Embolo has been extremely strong on the attacking side, winning almost all of the duels there. Him and Ndoye, right? Ndoye got literally 2 chances in a row, scored a goal, should have scored the second one, and it would be 2-0 right now. Continue sending those 2 forward, continue with the 3-man press, and hit it from there. There was a nice run there. But anyway, let me read these comments. Wahib says the Swiss side are very balanced, but also very smart tactically. Yeah, no, they've done their homework. Drop Gundo a bit back, says Tapelo, so Tony can play wider. Havertz out, Fulkrich in. Everybody's spoken about Fulkrich. And I think what's important about the Fulkrich point is that Havertz is not playing as ball. What a pass. Oh. Gundogan, third one. Verse dropped back there, played the ball right into the defense was sleeping. Have they gone into a 4? Why would you change from the back 3 that is working and gone to a 4? It looks like they're in a 4 there. No, Switzerland, this is not the time to try new things. There we go. There's Embolo. Oh, there's a space right in front of that German defense. Andrich is missing. Or he's too deep. Let's see. Embolo is costing the team today, says Nkosi. Wahib says Fulkrug is good from 67th on for an injury time winner. Msiana says that's what I was talking about. See that chance. Kosi says I still play Undav over Fulkrug. Wahib says as Germany attack, let's see what they can do. Germany must go 3-4-3 with more attacking players. The weak link there is Kimmich, says Nkosi. I guess it's nice to have two very physical players. And I wish they could use them more. And this is now speaking to the Swiss. The Swiss, are they... Yeah, I was going to say, are they really trying a back four? I don't enjoy seeing Gundogan there. Like, you'd want Gundogan in the 10 more than up front, but it feels like they're trying to compensate for Havertz not being that strong. There we go. Yeah, send it there all the time. And Andrich, instead of being allowed to play in front of the defense, Mittelstadt is gone, so now he has to play almost as a defender. Again, Cruz, there's nobody there. Switzerland could get a second goal here, actually. Yeah, it seems like a 4-3-3. I don't understand why they're doing a 4-3-3. Unless they really are going for a second goal. And I'm talking about Switzerland here. If they're really going for a second goal, I get it. But when you start doing that, you're going to open up a lot of space for then Musiala and Wirtz to take advantage of. As you saw with that chance from Musiala, that he got to run in behind the other centre back. I don't know. Fritz and Musiala must go wide to cut inside, says Wahib. Pendulo says just going back four is good for Switzerland. It's about time till they face more pressure. It's very risky though, Pendulo. It's very risky. It's not, they're too narrow now. It's very risky. And especially when you're leading. Don't fix it if it's not broken. Look at the space. Oh, eh. It's just that Havertz, Shem, like I said, my giraffe, he's not that threatening straight up. Germany, oh, just wide. I'll give credit to Andrich. He's putting in a shift. Cruz shoots just wide there. I don't like this. Germany, they're slowing down the pace when attacking. And it's working for them. It's working for them because I think, again, the Swiss going to a 4 allows a lot of spaces. And if Germany can get their movement right, they can confuse whoever's going to be playing CDM. It's interesting. I wouldn't have pegged them to make that change. Swiss has a very good defensive organization, says Wahib. Akanji, Shah, and Shaka are very good defensively. I'd love Switzerland to introduce Shaqiri and Abdoni in the 70th minute. Oh, Shaqiri would bang in this game. Shaqiri would bang in this game. If you still played Embolo as target man, I just played Shaqiri right around him. Yo, he wins a lot of the first duels. I don't want to see Sane again. I don't want to. Nagelsmann and Sane. Too much, boy. That movement. That's the one you need. Let's see. Jose. Jose, come on, man. Please don't be that guy. Shaqiri is the most clinical player for the Swiss. That's why I'm like, if you could play him with Embolo Embolo wins the first ball, gives it to him. Yo, you'd see something there. Milan people of Nabi. Hey, Tabang, we're off season, man. We're out of office, please. We're in Europe right now. Of course, he says, even Noah Kofo, I don't understand why he isn't being played. Nagelsmann keeps making the same changes. I'm not for that. I am not for any of those changes, to be honest with you. Embolo, that's the star. He's dragging Ta and them all over the place. Andrich is playing double shift right now because Ta and Rudiger keep getting pulled out of position. And Kimmich with Mittelstadt, they're not there. So what the Swiss are doing is they're playing on the wings, more specifically the right side. Mittelstadt goes, they know to play it into that gap, get one of the center backs into trouble, right? I still would love to see Switzerland playing Embolo and Ndoye in attacking sets. Yo. Anyway, 57 minutes in, it is still 1-0. How can Germany play with 6 original midfielders? I think the problem is that there's 6 original midfielders, but none of them is getting the chance to play. None of them is getting the chance to play original midfield. They're not getting a chance to combine with each other. Oh, there was a chance for Germany. I wish they could just look up. There's so many great passes that are open, and I saw Havertz just didn't want to play that pass to Gundogan. So that's what's been grinding my gears about the Euro, right? You've got so many players with all types of talents. If you look at, what's the one we were watching? Was it yesterday? If you look at Portugal, yes, I know a lot of them are playing out of position, or a lot of them are being asked to do some weird things, but imagine on the right-hand side, you have Cancelo, you have Bruno Fernandes, you have Bernardo Silva. And at no point do they come together. In this game, you have Gundogan, you have Kroos. You could theoretically play Andrich in the CDM, push Kroos up, make him play an 8 type of thing, have Gundogan come back and have them connect with each other. He loves the ball at his feet. He loves the 1-2. Who's a better passer in football than Toni Kroos? Create some spaces so that Musiala can get some chances, for example, or even Havertz, right? But we've been watching so many games in the Euro where nobody's combining. Like all of the big names, all of the big stars, it's almost like they've been told, don't do what you normally do. I need you to play Cancelo. I need you to play traditional right back for me. You know, I don't want you to go forward like that. You can't invert. You can't do all of those funny things. Gundogan, we know you love the ball at your feet. You like playing the 1-2s and all of that stuff. I'm going to play you as the 10. Sometimes, as the 9-ish 10, more 9 than 10. You're going to be waiting for crosses and through balls and all of those things. It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense. But they continue with it, and it's really grinding my gears. Ta is skating on thin ice. A red card is smelling. They need to sub him. Sorry, Oti, I'm getting excited since the cruise. How City got a kanji for 15 million is beyond me. That man is a gem. Portugal is the most complete squad, says Wahib. I foresee. We're in Europe, man. All the coaches are terrible in the Euros. Look, and they've got all the talent. They've got all the talent. It's frustrating. The smaller teams, I will still say it, the smaller teams are playing better football than the star-studded teams. He read your mind. He read your mind. Tar's coming off. Kind of who made the Tar comment? Let me see. Sian. Yeah, he read your mind. He's taking him off. And Mittelstadt. Raum and Schlotterbeck. Okay, those are some interesting subs. Let's see. So far, I would say the best balanced team in the tournament is Spain. In terms of play or in terms of personnel? Junior, don't take me to the PSL awards. I think, okay, all I'll say is that most of those awards were straight up. I don't think you can argue with most of the awards, especially the big ones. You guys should watch Jamaica. They're going to be healing you in the next few years, says Pendulo. Mojan says, who's better between Musiala and Bellingham? Bellingham. Bellingham is more complete, if I could say that. Like, for example, Musiala has been kept quiet in that he's been drifting into 10. Bellingham can go all the way back to 6 and play, can go all the way back to 10 and play. He can go all the way up to late runs into the box as a 9, finding space in the box for headers and things like that. He can play the spectrum. Musiala can't. Maybe Musiala might be more technically gifted or technically better, but Bellingham, for sure, for me. Switzerland's are kings at defending. This game will end 1-0. Okay, Jose. Hey. Schlotterbeck loves going forward. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with Mittelstadt. Is it not then the same player? Ikora says, yeah, definitely Spain are favorites. Musiala is better. Really, Wahib? Let's go into depth about football. Musiala isn't selfish, but Bellingham is greedy. I was just saying the game. We saw in the game that Bellingham played when Trent was being hidden in the first game. When Trent was being hidden, Bellingham was the one who was coming back and picking up the ball almost as first receiver in the midfield. So for me, he's got a bigger range of what you can ask him to do. At Real Madrid, we all know the position that he plays in, that 10-ish type role. So it's interesting. 63 minutes in, we still have the score being 1-0. We still have the score being 1-0. Bellingham can pass, but actually doing much for England. Actually doing too much for England. Let's see, Bradley, the experienced Thomas Muller coming in, going to change the dynamic of this game. You know what would be funny, actually? I can read they call Thomas Muller Ruimteuter. Is it Ruimteuter? The space explorer. They say he understands space better than anybody else. He'd probably make a better player in this game than Havertz. You could probably take Havertz out and put Muller in, and you could pretty much keep the same configuration, but there'll be space found in that back four of Switzerland. Oh, changes are coming thick and fast. Here comes Vargas and Dua. Sienna says, oh, when is that a factor? Ronaldo, the GOAT and most selfish player ever. I don't even go to that really. I was just talking about the game. Sienna, Germany is starting to play now. Wahib says Musiala brings work rate and also flexibility. I guess. Kosi says put Shaqiri and Abdoni in, please. Switzerland, and finish off. Add Zakaria for balance. I think they're going for a defensive approach. Germany is going all attack. I think they realized that Switzerland might be going defensive. But let's see how it plays out. The relationship between Rudiger and his new centre-back partner. Guys, it is 1-0. Ndoye managed to score in the 28th minute to make it 1-0. As it stands, Switzerland would go through as top of the group, and Germany would be number 2. Scotland, of course, regardless of what happens in their game versus Hungary, if it were to stay like this, It doesn't matter what they do that side. Muller is a game changer and he's got ideas of how he can make things look easier for Germany, says Wahib. Kosi says, seems like it's a 4-3-3. Let's see. Ooh, Shaka. Hey, studs up. Did he get a card? Interesting. Oh, 4-3-3 for Switzerland. Yeah, he got a card. He had to get at least a yellow. The 4-3-3 is shaky. I'm sorry. The 4-3-3 is shaky. Switzerland looks so much better with their 3-4-2-1. The 4-3-3 is shaky. I think it's allowing Germany back into this game, to be honest with you. It's very weird. You usually see it the other way around. They go from a 3 to a 4. They go from a 4 to a 3 at this time of the game with this situation. Now they're going from a 3 to a 4, which is opening up the game a little bit more. Oh, Havertz, my giraffe. Yeah, the 4-3-3 is very suspicious, man. It's very suspicious. There's too much space now. Even Kroos is moving all the way up. There's too much space now. Toni Kroos is the best central midfielder for the past 12 years. Very. Ngosi says there's too much space. The short passes are working for Germany. This is where the Musialas would thrive, honestly. Or they're meant to thrive. Oh, Kimmich. Was that Kimmich inverting? Okay. Kimmich is inverting too. Bradley says leaving out Matt Hummels was a mistake. For me, he was the best defender for Germany this year. Didn't Hummels retire? He didn't retire, but he's leaving Dortmund, ne? Last I saw, he's leaving Dortmund. He gave a farewell message. I don't know where he's going. Is Hummels still available? He hasn't retired from international, ne? Musiala is going to score and Kroos for the winner of Fulkrug. Oh, here comes Switzerland. Hey, they're looking for that pass that they gave to Ndoye in the first half for the goal. "68 minutes. Let me check what's happening on YouTube. Roll Goat, how are you doing? Apple Banana, hello. Alan, thank you for subbing. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah, Germany has to score now. Yeah, Gundo coming back in. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Gundo. Oh, words. Oh, words. Oh, are we going to VAR for that one? Was somebody held there? Hey, words, doing the Lord's work there, trying to push for Germany. Umdile boy. Would you call that a penalty? His arms all around him. One mistake from Germany, the counter is on for Switzerland. Switzerland aren't keen on countering anymore, but they almost got through there. I think the German defense is very disorganized. Like they've got a lot of pit bulls. I call them pit bulls. So my theory is that in defense, especially there in the center back position, you need a pit bull and a director. But everybody in Germany is first out, and then they get covered by somebody. So if you look at it where Rudiger usually goes, where Tar was going, Tar to get that yellow card, where Tar was going, they go out too much and they trust the cover. But if you were smart in terms of Switzerland, you'd play it into certain spaces and you could take advantage of Germany being lackluster. That's why I was calling for Embolo and Ndoye to almost play as the two up front for the physicality of the that they have, and also Embolo has some really good center forward play, putting down the ball, playing the ball. So I would want them to do it, but let's see. It's meant to be a pen, Golan. That is meant to be a pen. Pendulo says Rudiger would do well as king of a tribe in Black Panther. Tamang says Germany's winning the tournament, trust me. I also have them to win, but yeah. Msiana says there was a penalty. Yeah, for me, there was a penalty. But Yasi has the thing against Shaqiri. Kosti says Yasi has the thing against Shaqiri. What is it about Shaqiri? Because even at the other clubs, man, they make him a super sub. They know that he's good, but they don't bring him on a lot of the times. What is it about Shaqiri that makes him that brand of player? Nontobego on YouTube says Musiala can score the winning goal. Let's see. Let's see. He does just need a chance. 72 minutes in, it is still 1-0. Switzerland leading Germany. Oh. Change sides. Oh. Yo, what a tangle there. Because he says he's good, bro. Sienna says this VAR must not come to SA. Guys, right now AFCON is wiping the floor with the Euros. AFCON was more entertaining. The VAR was better. These guys. For me, there was a very big shot for a penalty there. Why is Havertz still on the pitch? I don't understand why Havertz is still on the pitch. Watch him do something amazing now when I've said it. See what I was telling you guys about Gando coming back? I'm glad they realized that you need somebody else who can also play the ball. But to be fair, Switzerland hasn't been pressing as much as they did in the first half. That three-man half press thing that they were having going in the first half, they haven't been doing it really. So Gundo dropping back and getting a touch of the ball and getting a feel of the ball is something I wanted because of that press. But now it's also playing out well because Switzerland decided to switch all their tactics and play a different formation with different pressure points. Oh, guys, turn inside, boy. If you turned inside, you would have had somebody there. I'm not happy with Kimmich's new position for country and club. And you know what's funny, Nkosi? Watch him. He's been drifting inside a lot. He finds himself centrally. I think he wants to play with... Okay, Musiala and Wirtz are coming off. Here comes Leroy Sané, who for me, he's finished, man. Oh, Musiala off. Non-Tobago. They took off Musiala. So your hope that Musiala was going to give you something is not working out. Hey, Mara, Kolari, leave us alone, man. Shaqiri has some originess about him. And what's sad is that somebody here in the comments did say that Shaqiri is the best finisher in the Swiss team, right? But wasn't he also one of the most dangerous players at Liverpool, for example? But he never quite got like He never quite got that chance. What is it about him? Watch Tshwane pull a goal for them. If he does, that'll be interesting. But Sane, man, he's lacking the directness. Sane used to have this directness. Like the moment he got the ball, defenders would have to be on their toes because you know that it's coming. This guy's going to be running at you hard. He's going to be directly running at you, winning fouls and doing that type of stuff. Similar to what Dembele's type kind of does now, where he gets the ball, goes directly to a defender and gets the foul. This Sane, is just running around for the sake of it. Leroy Sane is doing well in practice matches, says Bradley. I guess. Maybe it's just his name. He's surviving off his name right now. Oh, that back four is just, man, disgusting. That back four, Shaqiri has scored in every Euro he's been in. That's why I'm like, we all know him. We all know him. We know how dangerous Shaqiri is. But they just don't play him. Like, they just don't want to play him. Pendulo says body structure and energy. He probably can't cover the required ground. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Utra. The Swiss team plays, man. The midfield. They're not a Turkey, but they play, man. Feels like Nagelsmann just made changes for the sake of changes, eh? He's still got 4 players in attack, basically. I would have taken Havertz off a long time ago. Decision making. Oh, decision making. Junior says, I still say this game will be a draw. Pendulo says, I say Switzerland will win. Guys, who put money on it? I want to hear from the people who put money on it. What are you guys thinking about this game? 78 minutes in. It is still a 1-0 lead to Switzerland. Germany hasn't threatened, man. They're just there. Just kick it out, my guy. Just kick it out. Oh, you're determined to play it out, eh? You just lost 150. Unknown says he just lost 150 words. No shot. Hey, you guys are going deep in the betting. You're betting on shots. Better pass, man. Better pass. Here comes Sane. Take him on. Take him on. Take him on. Don't worry. Take him on. Hey, these players fall. Hey, the Euros. Look at the 4. Fulkrug could actually find some space if they would cross the ball to him. Mararev. This is why this ref is retiring. Aye. Some of the calls. Agent says soon they'll bet on the number of times the ref will blow the whistle. Pendulo says Switzerland are cruising in midfield. Germany should find a right back and take Kimmich CDM. Yeah, and he's been drifting there anyway. He's been going there anyway. '80th minute, Switzerland still lead Germany 1-0, which means that in the group, Switzerland are going to finish first, Germany second, and unfortunately Scotland are going to be third, but hopefully in their match, they can get something. Let me just make sure they're still at 0-0. In their match, they could probably get something and try be best. No, they're not going to be best third place finishers here. -4 goal difference. They only have 3 points. Nah, it's not going to happen. Tony Cruz with the free kick. Oh. Hey, Leroy. Ref is right. Let the game flow. Modern players are crybabies. True, but there were a couple of chances. There are a couple of calls that are shaky. Oh, communication. Soma. Let's see. Germany is piling on the pressure. Can they get something from the pressure? We'll tune in next time on Dragon Ball Z. Okay, Cruz, they're giving you time now. Like, they changed from that back three to a 4, and you're expecting them, you're not expecting the press to stop. But it seems like they've gone and changed everything. They don't even have that forward press that they had from the first half. Now, surely, from a back 5 to a back 4, you should have an extra player, which should allow you to press a little bit more easier. But for some reason, Switzerland is it's like they switched off everything. I've realized that most of the matches in this Euro that we expect red hot matches, they tend to be boring. I'm not gonna lie, most of the games that I've watched have been boring. That we've done on watch-alongs. You guys have been here with me, and I was so I really wanted. There's the goal. You ran too early, offside. You ran too early. You ran too early. You got too excited. Oh, Kosam, that was the 2-0. You got too excited. Let's see the replay. Switzerland could have been 2-0 up. He just got too excited. Watch. Oh, no, wait. He might still... Where's the semi-automated thing? Show us. Show us the slice. Guys. How come they don't show us this semi-automated thing live? Like they show it after it's gone by. Corner to Germany. Embolo. That's all I'm going to say. Embolo, target man, is incredible. Embolo, target man, is incredible. His team just hasn't taken advantage. Show us the offside slice, man. Oh, Havertz almost giraffed that one in. Amduni, he's off. Yeah, he's off. The best referees keep the game flowing without losing control. This ref is top class. Tabang says the only entertaining match was Spain versus Italy so far in the Euros. Georgia-Turkey. Wasn't Georgia-Turkey also very highly rated? Oh, it's Dua. Sorry. I'm sorry, Nkosi. I'm sorry. Kolani says they first edited and then show man. They must show us it straight. Pedro says that's why you most probably won't see another Ronaldinho again. Well, I have my theories about that. Like, I feel like the football we watch now is stats heavy. They've started focusing more on the stats of the game, right? And that means that it needs to be a little bit more predictable. It's the stats, but then it also goes with the coaching. So if you watch the new coaches, your Nagelsmans, your Artetas, those coaches, they need predictable play. So it's almost like they need PlayStation players that are there we go. There's the slice. There, yeah. If he had just been a little bit more patient. So they need more predictable play, and they need the players to precisely play. If you want to hear, if you want to know the example, remember during COVID, I remember when Arsenal was playing, and all you could hear, because there was no crowd, is Arteta. Nico, move it. Shaka it. Shaka, Saka. Like, he'd be telling them where to go. And I think in those type of systems, you can't have a Ronaldinho. You can't have an unpredictable player who might do something crazy. You need everybody to play. The ball must go here, then it must go there, then it must go there, then it must go there. You can't have anything else. I also think, honestly, that a lot of coaches don't want the high level of player anymore, right? You'd much rather have a team of 75s. A team of 75s that will listen to you than a team of 860s and 390s, 395s who are going to do their own thing at times. So modern day football is a lot more about control. Modern day football is a lot more about, it's not about feeling anymore. It's not about like the joys of the game. You see it when you're coaching. When you coach new players, you realize that they have no, I call it footballing common sense, right? You have to tell them, like hey, go here, hey, go there. They can't think for themselves. And, you see it a lot here, even at the pros, where you're like, man, surely is the defense not talking? Oh. Is the defense not talking or something? But anyway, let me carry on. This giraffe, man. But they went for Sane there. Pendulo says they're not showcasing the talent anymore, but their brains. I don't even think they're showing their brains. Modern day football, oh, what a save, Neuer. Modern day footballers, or at least let me say the people that I've coached or seen, they can't think for themselves. Like, they can't solve problems. They can't, like, you'll watch somebody beat them with one thing 3-4 times in a game and they'll not adapt. Why? Because the coaching has now become that. Like, when you play left wing, you play like this and play like this and play like this. It's prettier from a tactics point of view in terms of watching the progression of the ball. But if you ask those players to adapt to something, they can't do anything. Anyway, guys, 1-0, Switzerland versus Germany, 88th minute. Again, the smaller team has played the better football. Let me see. They won 7 out of 10. That's what I'm saying, Agent. They want 70s. 70s that will listen. That's all they want, right? They'd much rather coach that type of team. And it's a legacy of Pep, to be honest with you. Pep did the same thing. Arrived at Barcelona, told Ronaldinho that, hey, my guy, I'm sorry, I don't need you, right? So, yeah, we've lost that side of the game. But, yeah, we'll see. EJ, thank you, EJ. Nkosi says, Poland hurt my feelings, guys. Honestly, modern football is the coach telling you how to play. Exactly. Modern football is that. Modern football is not so talented players playing designed roles. That's it. You say my mind's, hence I'm always clashing with big stars, Pep, with Ibra, Arteta, Oba, Ten Hag, exactly, CR7. Pendulo says, as a coach myself, I'm 60-40 about it. I think, for example, if I can just give my thoughts about it, I think the way we grew up playing football, you didn't have tactical overload. You didn't have a ton of instructions. You didn't play a lot of FIFA and all of that stuff. Us playing football was going out to the street and you have to figure it out. If you're unskillful, you have to figure out where to position yourself or else you're not going to play. If you are very skilled, you have to figure, there's a lot of things we figured out. So now when we watch football, there's things that I don't know the names of. I don't know your catenachos and all of those things in depth. I'm not that deep in modern football, but I can tell you what's happening in the game. And I can read it and tell you that this is why this one is doing this, and look at the mechanics when this one goes there. It's things we learn first. Oh, there we go. There we go. Who said Fulkrug would score? Guys, can I please have the lotto numbers? Fulkrug gets the last minute goal, which means now that Germany is number one, and then this team would be, sorry, Switzerland would then be number two. Scotland still, no chance for them to do anything. Well done, Germany. It finally came. Why has the cam with the most assists ever not been brought on? Muller. I don't think Nagelsmann rates Muller, to be honest with you. Switzerland still qualify though. Yeah, Switzerland still qualify. That's why I'm saying that Switzerland is number two. Scotland cannot catch up. They're going to hope that they can be best three, which is not going to happen. Best third place finishers. Oh, what a ball. Oh, Rudiger was all the way up there. Hey, Fulkrug having a natural number 9 up there. Okay, there we go. It is 1-1. And this is possibly how the game is going to end. I don't think there's too much football left to watch in this game, to be honest with you. At least Germany was able to put some smiles on those faces. I still feel like the tactical switch that Switzerland made going into a 4-3-3 over that 3-4-2-1 that they were playing, that's what hurt them here. They could have been top of the group. Solani says classic number 9 goal. Classic number 9 goal. They've been missing a classic number 9. Oh, Wahab, I can't show you. Copyright. I can't show you that. Guys, follow if you have not followed. I'm going to be following England, France, Germany, and Portugal this tournament. That's who I'm following. So if you want more watch-alongs, and also I do my own content and stuff like that, follow, guys. Press that follow. Yeah, Wahaba, I'm sorry. Who did get the assist? It wasn't Cruz. Who did get the assist, guys? Just let me know. Bradley says apparently Muller is also an additional assistant coach to Nagelsmann. Very interesting. Maybe that's why he's not playing. Next game, they should start him. Yeah. And take out Havertz. If Fulkrug starts and you take out Havertz, you'll see a lot more from Musiala in them, to be honest with you. Switzerland trying to get something. Germany is going to try steal it. Thank you, Wahab, for the follow. Pendulo says that's a FIFA goal. Is it Raum? Raum assisted. Thank you, Chenko. Okay, there we go. I'm not going to stay too long, but I am going to open it up, guys. So it is open. Feel free to jump on and we can have a conversation about what we saw from this game. It is 1-1. Germany able to steal a point right at the death. Pendulo, tell me about the game, my brother. How do you see this game? Welcome.
Yeah, I feel like thanks for the welcome, my brother. I'd like also to greet the audience. I feel like Switzerland, they are really unfortunate in this game. I didn't really pay attention to the game as it began, but when I heard you guys speaking in halftime, I got to watch it even more. Switzerland are going to be one of the best teams in this tournament by the way they're playing. I think with you, please remove England. Please remove England. Please remove Germany and France. Put in Switzerland and who's that guy? Ralf Rangnick's teams.
Austria.
Austria, put in Austria and Spain, because I think those are the teams that actually have some sort of a solid plan coming to this tournament. They play proper football. It's nice to see. It's good for the eye. For me, it's a pity that I came in late and I saw the lineups. I think from the get-go, they should have Germany. From the get-go, they should have played a partnership of Cruz and Gundogan, so that they can be able to control the ball more deep down in the middle. Play full crook up front, play Sane that side, and also Vets, and put Musiala as in the number 10 role. That's where he plays very well, because his body is quite small, so you want him to be winning those fouls when they probably tackle him, because it's easy for them, for the referees to not give the foul if the boy gets fouls deep down by the corner, other than down in midfield, whereby he will be more mobile, more direct, other than trying to dribble down the flank. So I think the Germany would have had a better chance of winning this game, like convincingly, if they had those two ball players in midfield, so that these boys, Switzerland, don't get the ball more, because the more they get the ball, their attackers, they're somehow clinical, so they might just struggle when it comes to that. So you want to keep the ball with you more often than not, so that you don't face those shots that Switzerland had that they should have scored in if it was not for their misfortunes.
Okay. No, Pendulo, thank you so much. Let me go to Agent. Agent, my brother. 3-4-1-2 to 4-3-3. Germany steals a point at the end. How did you see this game?
Like I said in the comments, that looks like my magic is also working there with the English there in Europe, Sort of two predictions at half time. I'm on a streak, I think I should put money on it now. But it went exactly as I expected. The smaller team does all the work. The bigger team reaps the reward. And like I said at halftime, the only sub that I would make is Fulkrach, and he came in and he scored. Is he the kind of player that starts, or is he better when he comes back as a sub? I don't know. I think that's the question that the coach has to answer. And then again, we go to the Swiss. Good game. Next game again is a tougher game against the English. Can they do an upset? I don't know. I don't think so, but I think they can. If they can make the right tactical switches. Like they're saying, why open up the game? You're close out the game. First system at halftime. Why are you opening it up in the second half? Because now you started to see Kroos more. Now you started to see Gundo more. But they had a lead on them. So I think these are the kind of the small details like this that knock you out of a tournament. When you play against a team like that, have the better quality. Because for them, that they only want one moment. They don't want many moments. You see how many chances they've missed through offsides and stuff. The big teams just need one moment, and the moment came and they utilized it. It's going to be the same thing with the English. They're going to be the better team, and they might lose it just because of the tactical mishaps, if I can put it that way. But otherwise, one of the better games these Euros.
Okay. Just on that point, Hungary just scored a 99th minute winner after facing an onslaught from Scotland. They got their winner. They got the 3 points.
Scotland
Doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean
Even
anything.
Bafana can be Scotland, man. Hi.
Doesn't mean anything in the group, but I guess they're smiling because I guess it's their first 3 points in a very long time. Let me go to Kolani. Kolani, how did you see this game, Switzerland, Germany?
Yeah, OT, evening now in the comment section, OT. Yeah, so it's safe to say this is the most tactical game we've watched. This game was tactical, Mr. Oti, because we were able to identify they made a plan. They mustn't let Ukruz have time with the ball. They should press him and also set traps for him to be the one who receives and then quickly press him to be able to suffocate them. So yeah, I think props to Switzerland, Mr. Oti. They really came with the game plan. It was so unfortunate for them to concede at the later stage of the game. But for Germany, I don't see Germany winning this tournament. Sadly for me, because I tipped them to win this tournament since they're playing home and also I felt they have Ama players. But from what I've seen, I don't think Ama players have the legs to take them towards the tournament, because after 75 minutes you could see their players tend to get tired. And they don't have a bench like Mr. Oti. Like Abosan, like I was hoping he will prove me wrong today. He continued to prove us right. Upeswa corner lo. Yeah, upeswa like much Germany. So yeah, Mr. Oti, I'm a Euros, Mr. Oti, are so boring. I'm very disappointed. Ibu and Ngembele PSL. And also, I'd like to congratulate you guys for finally ending up in drought here as a super fan. Congratulations for being a champions. Thank you very much, Mr. Oti.
But I wanted to ask you, Tony, before you go, very quickly.
Sure.
You're containing Cross. You're containing the game. You're playing a 3-4-1-2. Your plan is working. Why change? Why decide, good, we're going to go back to a 4-3-3? Why change it? I don't understand.
Maybe it was a fatigue, Mr. Oti, because at some point there was some players sitting down there. Maybe the pace was catching up to them. I'm not sure, but it didn't make sense. Maybe they have the better explanation. Because as a Makaya, we don't have any reason to say that they should have changed information now. But usually, Mr. Oti, when you start on a high pace, it's gonna catch up on you in the second half. So I think Mr. Oti. But yeah, very good tactical game.
How one of the tactics that come from Europe that everybody tells us about. Thank you. Let me go to Prastomi. 1-1 game. How did you see the game?
Yo, OT, what a game. What a game. The problem that I had in this game, he changed hands where he Switzerland. There was no need of taking out Mbolo in this game because it was him who was making hard for Uta Akwazudlala in that back line. So because it was Rio who was laying the play up front, because in the end you notice like if it was as introduced in this game, the Switzerland they were wasting the ball too much. Hence you can see in Germany was more too much on the ball. And then there was no one who was distracting in that play, which is Mbolo. So in the end, the player that I cried for Nanga's man is that I don't understand that change Kakapia, because he should have let in Thomas Muller in that game. And again, with my understanding, that I was looking for to bring in Usane and Fulkrug Pambi. Then I understand on that back line, why did he he take out Unatsika, Uta, Nonatsika, and bring up Slotterbeck in that back line in Nonatsika. No, not David Ram. Because it was saying, because as much as Sebem Kupilo and they need someone who can stop play Switzerland going forward.
Yeah.
And again, what you can see, David Ram Shamaz is very good on the crosses. So it was a bit unlucky for Switzerland because it was a lack of concentration on the last minute in the game.
Yeah.
Because it was working very well until that changed the layer, because I still don't understand why did he take him Mbola out, because it was him who was licking the play up front, because Ifrandiaki was wasting the ball too much. So he changed the layer, Unanga's way of bringing a full crook. It worked very well, and the presence of Usane. And again, I cannot crucify Usane for such minutes as I Fumene, because in that goal is Jermaine, he was involved. So I don't understand the patient outing. I can see fans are no patient. It's still early for the competition to come because there's a long way to go. Otherwise, the game it was balanced until he switched hands on this mistake. Otherwise, they had a great game. And I'm not panicking, because going forward in the Abon, Germany is going to struggle, because for a very long time, I don't know why Musiala was in the game. Because Unanga's man kept Musiala for a very long time, and it was not working in the game. It was losing the ball so much. So I think at some time we are to introduce that experience about Thomas Muller in the game, more especially when we are coming back in the game, so that you can balance play going forward. Because
what do you think of Havertz, Prosto?
Havertz is a great player, brah, but I don't think Havertz is that player you can rely on for 90 minutes on the game. As much as Yamazi, he can create goals and score goals, but you cannot play him for a very long time, because at some time when the team is struggling, because Havertz is that player is functioning when the team is functioning. Otherwise, Switzerland had a great game, starting from Usoma to his defense, because I think they were working very hard.
Okay. No, Prostomi. Thank you so much. Okay, here are my thoughts. My thoughts are very simple. Guys, sometimes it's not rocket science. Kroos is getting pressured. Bring back Gundogan. He plays the ball. He can play with the ball. You can even have Kimmich come into midfield so that you can have an extra person to play a pass forward. I think Germany, like I said from the beginning of the game, they struggle when you play versus a back three going into a back five, because you don't have the spaces that can be exploited by Musiala, by Wirtz, by them moving around, Havertz coming into some of the spaces, Gundogan maybe going into the 10. So they struggle. We saw it a little bit versus Scotland when Scotland started defending deeper. I know it was 5-1. We saw it a little bit versus Hungary when Hungary played that way. So I think going forward, Germany might run into problems with teams that are going to play like that. I think Havertz is not a traditional striker. So where a traditional striker would be taking the attention of the centre backs to allow your 10s and your Musialas and your Wirtzes to come inside and cause some havoc, Havertz is drifting around a little bit too much. And maybe that's where you use a Fulkrug to come in and play in that spaces. And if you want a person who can move around and still be a threat, that's where you use your Mullers. So I don't know why Havertz is still preferred up to this point. I'm not sure. But that was very interesting. On the other end, when you look at Switzerland had the perfect game plan. 3-4-2-1. Your front three players press Kroos. Kroos can't progress the ball because there's nobody in the middle who can play the game. Andrich is not necessarily wanting to play the ball. And they were stifling Germany for long periods of this game, winning the ball back, actually playing the ball. Just a little bit unlucky when they got into the final third, which has been the story of the Euros. This has been the story of the Euros. The smaller teams are playing way better. Smaller countries are playing way better than the so-called big countries. But the big countries are finishing and they're finding themselves and they're scoring and they're finding the goals, often from the mistakes of often from the mistakes of the smaller countries. I think for no reason, Switzerland decided in the second half to go to a 4-3-3. And immediately when they went to the 4-3-3, Germany woke up because they started finding the spaces. So it's very interesting. I don't know why they made the sub. I don't know if it's because of people getting tired or anything like that. But Germany was able to finally find the goal that they needed. As it stands in the group, Germany goes through with 7 points. Switzerland also goes through with 5 points. Any hopes that that Scotland had that they would get something from here on 1 point have been dashed because Hungary beat them, meaning that Hungary jumps above Scotland to go 3 points and Scotland finishes bottom. So they would have hoped that they would have gotten something and maybe go through as the best third place finisher. It's not working out for them. So it's going to be very, very interesting. As we know, this is Group A, which means that in the next bracket, they're going to play whoever is second in Group C. Group C, just a reminder, has England and Denmark. They still have 1 game to play. England has 4 points. Denmark has 2. Slovenia has 2. Serbia has 1. It's still up for grabs there, but they would play... Germany would play whoever comes second in that group, and then the other one is then going to play Portugal. So third place, A, B, or C is going to play Portugal, and then number 2 from A, let me just find it. Second from A will play second from B. So that means that Switzerland will play either Spain or Italy as it stands right now. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you for those who commented. Thank you, Kolani and Pendulo, for the gifts. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the people who jumped onto the panel. We're going to carry on doing this. Remember, Germany, France, Spain, and Germany, France, Portugal, and England are the teams that I'm following. So whenever they're playing, I will be live and we'll do these watch-alongs and cry because, England and France have been so poor. But guys, it's been great. I'll see you then on the next game. Bye, guys.